them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw, it's LeBoy. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Quick completion on the out route. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the ground, it's Vasquez. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Merritt. Punts it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously... Need to panic, but I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his target down the middle. Caught, and he's close to the first down on the nice pickup there.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The play action fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Can't make the grab. Just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Back to throw, it's LeBoy. The quick out. Smashes through the tackle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Easy.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Merritt. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Set them back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Running behind that left side. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's LeBoy. The sure hands. It's Coates. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
the change now on 2nd and long.
Jackrabbit.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown time! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To throw, it's Merritt. Going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, but making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on 1st down, TFL, 2nd down, TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 4th down attempts already. Can they change their luck? Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Easy.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Rides the back on the option, the give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's LeBoy. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Takes the easy one to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here.
Makes the grab at the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Merritt. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clinton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're in uncharted territory here. Finally in the red zone. It took the whole first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work mark in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll set up to throw. Steps away. Into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's LeBoy. Gets it to the back. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes a catch at the 15. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Brings it in down the left side. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 17 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one, Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Dropping back, it's Merritt. Fakes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking to pass. It's LeBoy. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen, and the defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Vasquez. Can't get him to the ground. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Merritt. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Vasquez. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent.
Touchdown, Oregon! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen on the surf turf, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 18 over Georgia State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings. He tries to take the top off. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Brought down at the 30 on the return. This defense has set them up in scoring position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Alabama pushing the tempo.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The give out of the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, the quick spin move. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Gets it out quickly. He's gotten the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Unloads quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Merritt. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a man. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. Pressure coming. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Alabama, 50, Oregon, 34.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's LeBoy. Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Alabama quickly back to the line. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Alabama.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On the move. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.